Hello everyone and welcome yet again to the Spanish Grand Prix, this time in World Online Racing. We literally raced here a couple of days ago in Creator Series and we are back with our usual regular league WOR and hoping to have a decent weekend, and hopefully that Creator Series race will serve as practice for today's episode. Guys, the last race will be linked in the top right, go check it out before we jump into spoilers, and yeah, let's get into it. That felt good. Oh yes, personal best banker by 2/10. So the last race was in Jeddah and we got our first points finish. We finished P8 after penalties and we are now currently in Spain. First up on the board, 300's down already. What the hell is that? And to be fair, it was a personal best banker, which is really good. At 1 minute 10.6. We're now going for our second attempt here, which... Oh, what? That's not fair. Did run us into a bit of trouble as we invalidated our lap time. Bogdan's done the best first, 3:32, but he's done P14. Oh, that's fucking ridiculous. What the fuck?
What?
Top 16, 2.2 tenths. And literally, just like in Qatar, in round 2, I believe, we have such a close grid. And, you know, a tenth here can make such a big difference. So, my personal best around here is at 0.6. I've literally matched it on my personal best lap. I think I've even done maybe a 0.5, but... yeah, we're now on our final run, hoping to hit a 0.5, maybe even a 0.4. So, turn 1, braking at the 50, 4th gear, short shift to 5th, get on the curb into turn 2, and then stay tight through 3, and then open up the line, because there's a lot of marbles on the inside, which is going to ruin turn 4 if you get too many of those on your tyres. Braking at the 50 again, down a 4th gear, and making sure we get the power down super early on the exit as we head down to turn 5, again braking at the 50, trying to stay tight, which we don't quite get all the apex, although we get a decent exit and head down towards the 7-8 chicane. 4th gear, let the gears run long, no short shifting here, and then flat out in 6th through turn 9, open the DRS, and now into the hairpin. We're going to try and brake as late as possible, approx 70 meters down to 4th gear, but I use 3rd to be more stable. We don't actually really gain time, we actually lose a bit of time in that case, as we now stay tight through 11, carrying the speed down into 12, and now into the final corner, which is absolutely flat if you get the line right, and that is going to be a lap. Nah. Ah, fuck's sake. Improved, but it was only 200ths. P14. And that unfortunately is going to be qualifying, and it's ridiculous how close things are in this game, guys. The skill gap is very small, the cars are easy to drive, but it's finding the absolute limit, which is so tough to do. And much like in Qatar, we're 16th again, and less than 3/10 off the pole. I think, personally, you know, overall, I probably could have got somewhere around P10. I reckon that's the most I could have gone for pace-wise. I mean, that's literally 700ths, and we had a few moments where we was up and then down again in our time, then up again. So I think I could have probably got P10 had we just kept it all together, but still, it's insane how close the entire grid is. So yeah, we've done a bit of practice also for the race. I've done a full race stint, of course, also the Creator Series helping me out. So I've got a good understanding of how tyres work and also fuel. So we'll see if that helps us for anything. Overtaking would be tough here, but we'll see if we can make it work. Either way, guys, qualifying done, and we're now going to get into the race. First off, though, strategy. I'm going to go 14 laps on the soft and 19 on the medium. Fuel was 1.3. That was okay. I'm the only one mediums back here. Here we go then, time for the race. Lights are on, and we are starting on mediums, everybody else on hards, and we do get a decent enough start, I'd say.
I got damage. I can't be asked.
What? How?
Daniel pulled across.
Oh, fucking contact. Now we are just getting bashed around here into turn 1, trying to be aggressive as Lewis runs off the track up ahead with a damaged wing, my teammate. Yeah, but just trying to make this medium tyre work and trying to be aggressive here on these race starts. You can see here, nowhere to really go as we're boxed in and just trying to find a bit of space really down to turn 5. Oh, shit. Bit of a moment there for Leroy, who I believe got spun around there. Leroy around. Into now the chicane, 7 and 8, these two side by side here. Oh my god. We have contact, which I don't think gave us damage, so we got away with one there. Again, the front wings.
Tyre condition still looking good.
working out pretty well for us as we got the inside of Wilson Hall into the turn 10 hairpin and get P18 back. So lap 1 draws to a close and we've lost a couple of places and we're on a softer tyre, so it hasn't been the best. Not for lack of trying, I just think we got a bit unlucky again with the wrong lines, bit of contact, but I thought I did okay, decent pace, and we've had a great final corner here, got the run on Thomas Laminen, and we're looking to go through using the battery, which is risky because once you use the battery here, you're not going to get it back, and we're close enough that I'm going to go for the lunge into turn 1. Why'd you move? And that was a 50-50. I felt like he moved across. I was a bit optimistic going that far back, but I had the grip and the confidence. We're going to try again though, up the inside into turn number 4, and we're going to go.
Why'd you keep turning on me, man? Fucking hell, 3 times now.
But we can't quite make it stick, and again, Thomas moving across and leaving me minimal room. Exit of now turn 5.
I can't do anything. That warning's getting removed. I had no fucking space.
And literally just, I had no more room, so I'll get that warning removed if, you know, it comes down to it, but I couldn't have done much more. Now we've got the run on Colin Ingolo in the Williams here, and I'm going to pretty try and go for the lunge into the hairpin using the medium.
Why move in the brake zone, bruv?
Why? And you just saw there, he turned in a bit earlier than I expected, which, you know, was a slight movement in the braking zone. And at this point, I'm also getting a bit frustrated because I'm just unable to make the passes, you know, that I want to make. I'm trying, but people don't want to race super clean. Also, I'm getting frustrated, which doesn't really happen, but in this particular one.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
Muppet.
But in this particular race, you know, I am starting to get a bit rattled now. We go through, I broke myself slightly, but we get the move done, and we're now P15. So after 3 laps, we've actually now gained a place compared to our starting place, but still work to be done up ahead.
But I don't want to use my last 30% on him. I have to burn so much to get past 2 cars.
And that is kind of the state of affairs, really, as we now fall into the race and fall into the DRS train. The hard tire starts to work, and ERS is impossible to recharge here, even on slightly lower wings than what I was running in Creator Series.
Engine's so hot. It's Qatar all over again. 14.8 by the way, like that.
And another factor is engine temps, which, just like in Qatar, we're going to have to pull out of the slipstream to cool the engine down. Now, Anton Desilewski got a bit out of shape through the first chicane, so I'm going to try and have a look here up the inside, but I could just tell he was willing to burn battery and probably had a lot more than me because I've burnt so much having to get past the Aston Martin and Williams that I don't really have a lot in the reserve, and I wasn't willing to use the last bit to get through there because I wasn't too sure if I would have got the move done anyways. So we'll just fall back in line and, you know, play a long game.
Yeah, my rears are starting to go, man. Oh, the temperatures are starting to creep up. You have one moment,
Yeah.
you've done it.
Now in this race, I chose to go more aggressive on tyres. We're going to go for a medium soft. Now, I was starting to struggle, weirdly, around lap 8. And tyres were not overheating, but I was starting to lose the rear and slide. And you can see here we have a moment again with Colin Ingolo into turn 1 as I try to outbrake him and get it completely wrong. Oh my god, there's no grip.
Oh, I tried to outbrake him, but nothing.
Either way, rejoining with marbles and dirty tyres now.
Yeah, this is not a good tyre. Yeah, the medium's right now, they've come back to me. But there was a bit of a sketchy phase there.
And literally 6 laps later, the tyres started to work again, but there was just a bit of a phase there where they were just getting really sketchy and loose on the rear every time.
I'll extend as long as I can.
And now we're going to change our approach. I was debating possibly pitting for a hard tyre and going for like a big undercut, but I wanted to try the aggressive strat with the softer tyres for a change. Even though we might not get points, I want to try a bit of a different strategy as cars pit.
Valentino pit. So Mirko will probably pit this lap. Okay, plenty of cars in now. Mirko, one of them.
A lot of them pitted from hards to mediums.
I'm going for the soft tyre, 100%. I'm going to commit to it. Lighter fuel load, hopefully, pays off.
So yeah, pretty much you're seeing things start to unfold, more cars pitting, and we're going to commit to that soft tyre as this train starts to really open up now.
Oh, hit the pit entry. I think that might be a safety car. No, you got away with it. Oh, lucky bastard.
We're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on soft.
Thomas Laminen hit the pit entry there, but he just got away with it.
Now Thomas was extremely fortunate there, hit the pit entry, but didn't get, you know, a big bit of damage. Could have been a safety car, which would have made things interesting, especially for Lewis to get back into the race, who's been on his own the whole time, trying to, you know, recover positions in this one.
And do one more lap and pit.
I think that's too early.
Early.
Yeah.
I'll be on lap 19.
Yeah, no, I think it's too early.
Fair enough.
Well, we went that lap we did in practice, and it was quite a bit longer than we should have. So
Yeah, true. They're both staying out.
did you get a DRS?
Yeah, I'm with them. It's us three and Wilson Hall out front. 15-1 that lap. Leroy pits. I'll stay with Anton. One more lap.
And in the end, everyone pit, and we stayed out all the way to lap 21 on 73% left rear tyres. Yeah, we're now going to finally box for the softs. Decent pit entry here.
Wow. That was a long fucking stint.
Lee was on mediums, by the way.
Antoine as well. And Wilson Hall. I'm the only one on softs.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
We're a long way back from the train.
So we rejoined behind Antoine and down in 18th place. Work to be done. So we're going to put the soft tyres to work straight away. I'm not going to use much battery because I want to try and save what I have left for later on once we catch other traffic.
Let's see what we can do with these tyres.
And basically my plan is to use the tyres up. We should have tyres to the end because we pit so late from the medium that we should be able to hold on to these quite easily. My tyre wear is really good. So yeah, the key thing here is temp hopefully won't be a problem either. So yeah, through on Antoine, and we're now going to begin the chase.
Caution.
Oh, chaos.
Yeah, yellow flag.
The light blue car went off.
And that was Bogdan Moldovan, who got caught out in some sort of incident, and I believe does have damage, as you'll see now through here. He's out of the race. Gets out of the way, and eventually I think is going to retire. Either way, P16 now for us. And obviously Antoine's still hanging on and chasing, and we're about to catch the pack here, but to catch them, we're going to need Antoine to go to get the relay and, you know, get the slingshot onto the cars ahead.
Oh, that's Bogdan, never mind.
No, I was briefly hoping for a safety car there for Lewis's sake. But anyway, here we go. This is it, guys. This is actually a battle for the points. If you look up ahead, it's there's cars up the road. We can definitely do this now. And Antoine going through on Tycho Hardy for P15. We're going to stay close and be ready to pounce. We've got more battling up ahead as well. I believe it's a P11 or P12. And we're going to go around the outside. Contact, though, as Hardy runs a bit wide.
No tyre concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
Luckily, no damage, and now turn 4, we got the inside and lock the move down. So P16, and we still own the fastest lap of the race, so we could be on for an extra point if we were to get into the top 10. But yeah, we're going to try and use our battery here wisely. Tyres are still holding up, so we still have an edge, and we just got to try and make the right moves at the right time, and hopefully we'll clear these cars and potentially get close to points in this one.
I'm praying for a safety car for you, mate.
Not going to happen. This tier 2 is actually clean.
Yeah.
So we got our first winning as Antoine has a look up the inside of his teammate. As you can see, this is a battle for P12, and we've got the same suspects in front, but if we can clear them, we could potentially catch.
Thomas Laminen's going to get eaten up. He's got no battery left.
And yeah, Thomas now struggling massively with ERS deployment. I feel like I've actually got really good pace at this stage, so we're going to look to try and maybe go through. So here we go, more movement up ahead. Thomas defends, and now Leroy going through on Colin Ingelo and Antoine too.
Both McLarens working together. Oh my god. This ain't going to end well, Chief. Why? Just let me fucking go. Why am I getting the shit today with the bad racing? Fuck's sake.
Now, we already got a bit of that with Thomas Laminen in the first stint, but now Colin Ingelo just completely just running me out of road. And at this point, I was starting to get a bit annoyed, and I went for a bit of a careless lunge.
I don't give a fuck. So very bit of that.
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Idiot. Fucking idiot. Won't fight the McLarens, but you'll fight me like fuck.
And yeah, you can clearly hear my frustration. I was not happy at this stage.
And my tyres are hot. That was my fault, but I don't give a fuck. Oh, rip. More death. Now people are getting dirty. Unfortunately, no safety car though.
Oh, you were tired on track.
And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Come on, man.
Oh, fuck the marbles, man, honestly. Now, after that entire sequence, eventually we got the run, and we're going to go for the pass here. Fuck off. Yeah, with some colourful language, some French, we're going to go through and get P15. So, once again, we're going to have to re-overtake Tycho Hardy and do it all over again. So, yeah, my fault for the lunge. I probably shouldn't have gone for it. He still turned in early, though, just like on lap 2 in the hairpin. Exact same thing.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Oh, Tycho's got battery, man. Fuck's sake. Now, I tried to get close, as you saw there, but Tycho had battery left, and I wanted to keep some back. Cameron Downs actually retires, or I believe he's going to pit for a fastest lap attempt, so now we're going to get the run. Tycho is empty, as we managed to drain him last time around, so now we're going to have the advantage, and we're going to get him. So that's now going to give us P13. You can see up the road here, that is points right there. Both McLarens and Wilson Hall just up the road, so if we can get close, we might just get a top 10 finish. However, the softs at this point now, we're just starting to lose the edge, and also we used up all our batteries, so we just couldn't close in now.
I wanted to brake jack on my out lap to get the fuel, to the temp up.
Gotta respect it. And now Tycho trying to repass on the last lap with, I'd say at this stage Mina's probably a better tyre, but he's got obviously a bit more straight line speed than me as we hold the inside. He goes on the marbles. That's marbles for Tycho.
Caution, caution.
More death. So far back, I'm never going to benefit. Oh.
There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
Fuck's sake, man. So the worst thing is, Valentino Labella got caught up in an incident at the end and then stacked it into the barrier. So we could have actually got P9 that race, which is really annoying. And actually, Jan Halliday in P8 was only a 10th ahead of Antoine. So maybe as high as P8 could have happened that race, which is insane. But we wasn't that far. It was just we got caught up, and obviously that lunge cost us some time, which was on me. So annoyed. Could have got P8. Same goes for the last race in Jeddah. We should have got P6 with other time pens on track, and just fell a bit short because of battles on track at the wrong time. So yeah, I've just got to try and be a bit more clinical, a bit more decisive, and also understand that some people are just not willing to race clean, which is, you know, a key thing here. If you look at the way I race, especially in Creator Series the other day, for example, I'm willing to give space and race clean, and I do the exact same thing in these league races, but people don't want to do it the other way around. So you just have to be more ruthless and more aggressive, and sometimes that does result in crashes like the one we had in turn 5. So yeah guys, that is it for today's race episode. We go again next Monday, I believe, and that is at Zandvoort, so tune in for that one. And yeah guys, like the video, subscribe for more daily F1 content, more weekly league racing content. Check out the videos on screen, link down below to my link tree to my Twitch where I stream every Monday night. And yeah guys, I'll see you in the next one. As always, a big shout out to the members, and yeah guys, we go again in Zandvoort.